All right, so here we are in another episode of the Human Disturbance weekend podcast mini series interview situation. So today or in this episode, I'm here with Cyrus, who is one of our newest. Actually, no, not one of our newest. Was new in like you've been with us for almost a year.
Yeah,
So yeah. Cyrus and I met. I met Cyrus at the audition. Yeah, I joined maybe 6 months before you did. I think in the middle of, or you joined in the middle of 2019. I joined in early 2019. But I remember meeting you at the audition for that summer crew, and has been such a joy and a gift to the company. And I'm really excited for this conversation. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself again. So for those of you who are listening and hearing, I'm Erika EK. There's my jacket. I say EK because there are several Erikas in the company. There are three of us and an Eric, and we all spell our names differently. And at this point, I just go by EK because my name is spelled with an E and a K. But anyway, get to sit down with Cy. Excited to dig in. So enough about me. Who are you? We talked about your name, but like, what's your name, your pronouns, how you came to CKDC,
yeah,
what do you do
you're
at
good.
CK,
I've
all of
done a
that.
lot of interviews.
Great. This feels.
Hi, my name's Cyrus, Cyrus Coble. You can follow me on Instagram. That's where all of my really good content is at. I've been with the company since June 8th, and I love being a part of CKDC. It's been like some of my first biggest steps in my dancing career. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Sorry,
Amazing. You
I'm
like
super awkward
remember
too.
the date. No, you're great.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
June 8th. That was the day.
And then I got my interview June 10th, and then the following week I was like back and forth from like 3 hours away to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Big move, big move.
You moved here for dance.
Yeah, that was
How's
it.
that been for you?
Scary, definitely. I guess I've been working like a full-time artist life for a while. I do videography and like weddings and stuff to help me like make it by. That's definitely where most of my income comes from. But being able to like have like half my income be like dance, that's like, yeah, that was part of the dream for sure. Now I just got to
Amazing.
get there and work with Rihanna. Then it's like
There you
set,
go. It was
new
set.
bucket list.
Hmm. Joanna will be there with you. Joanna's one of our other company artists who's really into Rihanna.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you do some videography for CKDC too, or you share many of your talents with CKDC beyond dance.
I try to do as much as I can to help out. We're still a pretty small company, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been super great bringing in your camera and doing the things to make all of the company wheels turn. Um, what's your relationship to Human Disturbance as an artist? What pieces are you in? What other parts of production are you involved in? I'm still using present tense because it's acting as though it's, assuming it's going to happen at some point in time, even though it's been canceled or
Right.
postponed for now.
I was in Erica's piece and Maggie's piece, and I was super excited for both of them. It was going to be my first time working with them, both of the pieces are absolutely gorgeous. My first concert, I was with Ashriel and Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
great.
it just felt really amazing to me. I loved like the concept of like repurposing with Maggie.
Mhm.
As like a camera operator, I end up using really junky objects all the time to kind of rig my camera or like weigh something down. Um, and for Erica's piece, after we watched that movie together, Dark Waters, really good movie.
Yeah.
Really good movie. Breathtaking, honestly. It just felt a lot more in sync for me to be moving to that. Super disappointed that it's being postponed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that movie was wild. It's also been really interesting for me to be able to chat with different folks through these podcasts to hear a little bit more about these different pieces, about Erica's piece, about Ashriel's piece, about Kat's, Maggie's. It's been great. Um, how has the pandemic shifted how you think about human disturbance, both in terms of the concert, but also in general in the world?
I didn't really actually think about how like this pandemic would affect my feelings towards the concert, but it does make a lot more sense. And it's weird that like we had decided to get to that kind of concept, and then this happened. Uh,
right?
yeah,
Mm.
definitely. And like living in a pandemic in general is just really crazy. I don't think I know too many people that have lived through something like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, seeing that human disturbance on the world and like the difference it makes from everybody staying home and things like that is also really amazing. And I also get to see all these artists and other people doing as much as we can to like help each other through like video chat like this. I see the most beautiful advertisements now on like Google and Zoom and Instagram lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, wild.
definitely a crazy experience. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of uncertainty, but there's also a lot of adaptivity I'm seeing in the world and a lot of connection. Well, there's at least I've seen a lot of tension of like there's on one side a lot of isolation or a lot of individualism, and then there's also like collectivism, and I'm seeing a lot of mutual aid, and I'm also seeing connection and people reaching out and just like being together in new ways. So it's definitely a journey and a process that we're sitting into, learning, being part of.
Hmm. Yeah.
So have you been dancing in these times?
Yeah, every day, definitely.
Okay,
This is like my set dance space behind me.
amazing.
Um,
Has your relationship to dance shifted because of staying at home or because of the pandemic?
Definitely. At first, during like the first like week of quarantine, it was just a lot of sad, angry music. Then it
Mm,
became like random happy music for the following week, and now I'm just bouncing back and forth between both of them.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the biggest problem is I've got neighbors below me, and I always
Mm.
feel like I'm stepping on glass, so I can't really go like all out. I can't really practice a lot of floor work in here,
Mm.
but I am trying to work with the spaces I have, and I feel like I'm learning a lot more how to use a tighter space
Yeah,
than what I'm used to, especially for us, like being blessed with the huge studio space. It's so gorgeous, and
yeah,
yeah, having to make do with what we have. But yeah, I feel like it's
totally,
all definitely a good learning experience for sure.
for sure. Well, I'm glad to hear, and I've seen you do a little bit of dancing too, that you've shared publicly. So I think it's always really great to see people continuing to move and deepen their practice, even in
Mhm.
times like this. Yeah. Is there anything else you want people to know about dance or performance or CKDC or any of the work that you do or human disturbance?
Ah. I
You
should have
could be
read
like,
these
no.
questions in the chat so I could have known.
You're perfect. It's great.
Um, point me in the right direction.
Why do you dance?
Oh, why do I dance? I'm not really good at expressing myself in like social endeavors, but it's a lot different when I dance.
Mm,
Yeah, definitely. In public, I'll try to. I'll probably keep people at a distance a lot easier than when I'm trying to
mhm.
perform or working in a dancing environment.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that's what made me fall in love with dance because maybe I wasn't very good at expressing
Yeah.
things like love, anyways.
I That totally resonates with me. It's like words, but I don't know what to do. I can dance.
Right.
I can move. Yeah, it's definitely like a different way of communicating and being, and it's so great to be able to access that. How did you get into dance?
Uh, so I grew up in a really small area. I think my population was like less than 10,000, roughly. It's St. James, Missouri. If any of you guys have heard of it, our winery is pretty famous.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I didn't have like any outside influences on dance aside from like what I saw on TV. I think the first
Mhm.
like dance show I ever saw was like Step Up, of course, those movies. And then I also started watching like America's Best Dance Crew, yeah, by Randy Jackson.
Mhm.
Right? Randy Jackson? Is that hopefully?
I was under a pop culture bubble, so I don't remember. But America's Best
Um,
Dance Crew. I don't know who the host was, but yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah, that was definitely the biggest influence to me. It was
Mm.
dance for film, but it was on stage, and yeah, I guess I got to see both worlds. Once I saw that and like really got into it, then yeah, I just took off from there. I I don't know. Even when I was a kid, though, I
Yeah.
was like, "There's no way you're gonna be a professional dancer, Cyrus. You should get like a real
Mm.
job."
A real job, right? We
Yeah,
all get that. Yeah.
yeah, I hate it when people say that.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yeah. It makes
yeah,
me think. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you are. I'm like, it's such an honor and like mad respect for you to like move to this new city and like carve a path as an artist in different ways and share your skills and talents and like hustle and make it work for you and do videography and do dance and like live your passions. It's really cool, and you sharing it with us at CKDC is really great too.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Working
Yeah,
with you guys is like such an honor for me. You guys are all like my
yeah.
superheroes, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, same, right back at you, right? Like, yeah, and it's been so sweet to be able to talk one on one in depth with some of the artists to get to know you all more and like why you're here and like why it matters to you. Because it's like, on the day to day, we know that we all care about dance, but it's like to go deeper and like what that looks like now. It's been cool to
Hmm.
learn about. All right. So as we wrap up, as where else can or how can people connect with you if they're interested in doing so?
You guys can always contact my Facebook, Cy Coble, or my preferably. I'd love for you to contact like my new TikTok because I need help. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Okay.
But yeah, Instagram is definitely where I'll be like the most responsive. I love to have like people check out my videos or comment, and I always try to respond to like give that feedback. And like I'm always looking for more feedback over my work. Since I'm still pretty young, I feel like I have a lot of stuff to learn. But yeah,
Sure. We all do.
and my Instagram is at Cyrus Coble, CyrusCoble.
Amazing. All right. Thanks for your time, Sai. It was so great to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Later.
Thanks. Later.